No one forces you to buy a Twinkie, but governments do force you to fight in their wars and pay for their bailouts. Thomas E. Woods, American author, libertarian commentator, and very failed podcaster. If you know, you know. Hey everyone, it is February 18th, and it's another episode of the LP Happenings. We hear all the time about the need for a third political party. Well, you're in luck. The Libertarian Party is that third party, is the only third party that you can count on. And we are alive and well. Each week, Susan Hogarth and I look across the vastness of tyranny and we see what events are happening within the Libertarian Party. We package it up really nice and neatly, put a bow on it, and bring it right to you. Unfortunately, tonight, Susan will not be here, so I am riding solo. I think I can manage. So, what do we have for tonight? Well, before we get to that, let me give you a quick explainer about what this show is about. What do we do? So, in a moment, I'm going to show you a map, and the map shows, just kind of gives you an idea of what the lay of the land looks like. And so, what I do is I go to lp.org and I click on their affiliates link, and then there's a nice map of the United States, and I click on every single state, and then I look at their calendar for the week, and then I record that information, kind of package it up, and get it all ready so that I can present it to you in just kind of like a nice summarized view. So what you're going to get is you're going to get a map, and I'll explain it in just a moment. And then after that, I will go through and specifically talk about and highlight very specific, what you might think of as, like, say, special activities, or things that are out of the ordinary that don't necessarily happen on a weekly or a monthly basis. So that's what this show is about. Now, some people have complained in the past and they've been like, but DL, not every state affiliate uses, the calendar on their website that people might go to. And that's just not fair for you to report on it. I mean, tough, right? Like, it's your website, right? Like, I get it. We have some infighting. I get it. Maybe some states don't like national. They don't like who's leading the show, yada, yada, yada. That is your website. I'm going to your website, your state affiliate website, and I'm going to calendar events, just like if I was a regular average schmo. And I am. I just happen to be one in the Libertarian Party. But if I was a regular person that's not in the Libertarian Party, I might look up the Libertarian Party in my state and then find that website. And some of you, I would see, like, wow, your calendars are empty. So I bring that information. In fact, let's take a look at what that looks like right there. How about that? All right. So what are we looking at here, folks? The red represents the empty calendars for the entire month. These states have nothing on their calendar for this month, the whole month. Not not a call, not a bowling event, not a park cleanup, absolutely nothing. So if you're in one of those states and you're like, "Hey, we did some stuff." Well, maybe you need to prod your state affiliate and say, "Hey, get this stuff up on here. Got this guy over here, this clown. He's embarrassing us. He's letting everybody know." Now, if you're in green, well, the green represents state affiliates who have something on their calendar as of this week. And when I say this week, I mean starting on the 19th and going through the 25th. Now, those events are just events that are kind of common and they're expected, right? Like it's a business meeting or a social, stuff like that. It's nothing really out of the ordinary. And the reason I just simply report it this way is because I think they should get credit for having it put on there, and because there could be so many that if I tried to go through them all and then just tell you like, hey, Nevada, such and such county is having uh, you know, a, a get together, a brewery get together, right? And then if I were like, all right, Washington, they're also having a lunch get together, right? Like there's not a lot to talk about because I don't, these kind of events don't necessarily have a lot on their calendar per se, but they are events, and so I think that people should know about them. And I report a week ahead of time so that if you're in one of these states that's in green, you can go to the state affiliate website and you can say, "Hey, maybe it's something nearby and I can go to." Right? So that's the goal here. Now, the states in gray, what does that mean? Well, that doesn't really mean anything, oddly enough. Well, all that is they are states that simply are not empty for the month, but they don't necessarily have anything coming up this week, right? And that's okay. That's not necessarily a problem. The reason for that is some states affiliates, maybe they have a lot of their socials or their business meetings at the beginning of the month or the end of the month, or at a certain point. And so they may just have like a bit of a lull. And that's okay. Like there's nothing wrong. Like if you're in gray, you're actually in good shape because that means you're not red. Red is the only one that needs to be shamed. And I'm gonna be honest with you folks, a lot of those in red, in fact, almost all of them are repeat offenders. This is the red doesn't change too much. Now, there have been times where maybe at the beginning of the month, a state is red, and then at the toward the end of the month, they get some stuff on the calendar, and so then I remove it from the red, as I'm reporting weekly. So that's what you're looking at here. This is just who's got an empty calendar and who's got upcoming meetings. Now, the next segment, which I'm going to go through kind of quickly, is that's special events. These are events where, maybe it's a park cleanup that they do once a month and it's kind of like an in-person get together. It's a little bit unique. It's not like the standard business meeting or social. Those tend to, they tend to be so standard and so common that I just kind of lump them together. But if you're doing like a park cleanup or you're maybe having a candidate come out and speak or any number of other these things, then I specifically highlight that and let you know. And that I go out 2 weeks. And the reason that I go out 2 weeks is if you're watching and you see that there's an event coming up in like 2 weeks or 13 days or something like that, the idea is to give you plenty of time so that you can prepare for it and you can attend if you didn't already know about it. Now, hopefully, if you're in a state and there's an event, a special event coming up, then hopefully this information is old news to you. You're like, yeah, I already know that's happening, right? But if nothing else, this is to get people inspired. And that's kind of my big reason for doing this. So here's what happened a long, long time ago. I am an affiliate chair. I'm a chair of the local Libertarian Party here in Duval County. That's in Jacksonville, Florida. And I got frustrated because I would get on social media and I would just see people arguing about this and that, libertarians. And, people would say, well, you're not a real libertarian. You don't, I do all this great work. And I'm like, okay, well, what work are you doing? And people would be like, well, I don't got to tell you. And I'm like, well, wouldn't you want to tell me? Like, if you're doing really great work, wouldn't you be excited about it? And so people weren't telling me these things. And I got frustrated because I'm like, well, I can't think of everything as an affiliate chair. And sometimes my affiliate, we're all sitting there like, what should we do? And we don't have any ideas, right? Like you can't think of everything. So doing this show has kind of enlightened me a little bit to what kind of things can be done because other affiliates, they do things and it's kind of exciting. I've seen, homeschool events. I've seen different trainings. I've seen bowling. I've seen all these things that maybe I never thought to do personally. And I think it's kind of neat. And, it's a refresher from some of the fighting that you see online, some of the arguments in politics and whatnot. It's refreshing to be like, oh, wow, that's a really cool thing to do. Let's, maybe we should do that here too, right? Like it's just a bit of a break. So let's get into that. let's talk about what we've got coming up here. So let me pull some stuff up on the screen here. Now, the way that I'm going to do this, I'm going to go in chronological order. So I'm going to start with, again, anything that begins tomorrow, which I don't think is the first item. The first item actually is Tuesday. So it's, oh, I'm sorry. No, it is tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 19th. So Monday. So it'll go Monday, the 19th, all the way through the 3rd of March. So that's what these events are, and that's what we're going to put up on the screen. Now, I will tell you some of these, like the one I'm going to put up is a Google Calendar. So different states do things differently. So even if you don't want to use some of the built-in features or you're doing your own thing, I do my best to report on what you got going on. And so the next one here is New Jersey Libertarian Party. So let's put that up on the screen here. Oh, not quite ready for that, but that's okay. We will get it ready right about now. Nope, not now. How about now? Okay. So this is just basic calendar. And what New Jersey has is, let me get it up on my screen so that I can see it a little bit far away there. So coming up, they have, which one was it? This is the, nope, that's not the one they have. Oh, this it's tomorrow. My bad. I apologize, folks. I'm not used to this format, so it throws me off every time I try to use it. All right. So tomorrow, Monday, February 19th, from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m., they're going to have a Zoom call with Mike Termott. Now, why highlight this? Well, imagine if you're somewhere in New Jersey and you have yet to see one of the presidential candidates from the Libertarian Party. Well, this is a good opportunity for you. And in this particular case, you need not travel. This is a Zoom meeting. So the information is right there. I presume that if you're outside of New Jersey, that you could join in as well. But I think it would be more appropriate for the New Jersey folk to take priority on this matter. But again, I think this is good because the candidates, and we have roughly 6 very active candidates, and there's a number of others, but there's about 6 very active candidates that are vying for the Libertarian Party presidential nomination, and that will happen in May at our National Libertarian Party convention. But until then, they're going to be doing their best to travel around and make it out to different states and different events. But when they can't, they've been doing an awful lot of Zoom calls, which I think is great because they can only be in so many places with so much time and, with the travel that's involved. So the fact that they're willing to jump on a call and, and at least try to be there, at least virtually, I think is a wonderful thing. And they have been doing a lot of traveling. So I will give them that. I mean, they're not just copping out and just doing, this like, oh, well, I'll just go to this event online because I don't feel. Nope, they're traveling, they're hustling. So, attend this event if you're in New Jersey. All right, so let's see, what do we got next here? We're going over to looks like Montana, and let's pull this up on the screen here. All right, so we have weird. Let's see here. Let's try. There we go. Let's put that up on the screen. There we go. That's a little bit better. Trying to zoom in a little bit. So, at any rate, February 21st, Chase Oliver is going to be doing an online meetup. This is in Montana. So again, these guys have been hustling, and you can see the names here. Montana has been having them weekly. So they started out with Jacob Hornberger, then they went to Joshua Smith, then Mike Termott. Now they've got Chase Oliver coming up this week. And then it looks like next week they're going to have Lars Mapstead. And then it looks like they're still either they haven't quite determined the specific date for Dr. Michael Rechtenwald, or they have and they just haven't updated the website just yet. One way or another, it looks like weekly they are getting the candidates to do an online meetup Wednesdays at 6 p.m. So I encourage you, if you are in Montana, to join them and participate, right? And this is the same thing as New Jersey. Now, what else we got? Well, we jump on over to Texas. And in Texas, they're having something called the Convention Leader Training Option 3. So let's bring that up. And this is also Wednesday, February 21st at 7 p.m. This is another Zoom call. I swear, folks, this just happens to be the way it's working out. 3 Zoom calls in a row. There are events that are in person, but this is a Zoom call. And the purpose of this is county chairs and other leaders are encouraged to join this training on the essentials of facilitating the precinct, county, and district conventions taking place in March 2024. Those interested in being delegates are also welcome to join. Jesse will present a slideshow and walk through using template forms utilized in conventions. So this is leadership training. If you want to participate in the nuts and bolts of your party and you're in Texas, well, then I encourage you to attend this event. Now, again, it's on Zoom this coming Wednesday, 7 p.m., and they have the details. And by the way, folks, I will put all the links to all of these things in the show notes so you can quickly find them. But I will tell you this, if you already have a bookmark to your state affiliate, everything that I'm showing you is on their website because I only show you things that are on their website. So if there's something that didn't get on the website and I missed it, well, I didn't miss it because it wasn't there. But anyway, I encourage you to join. And here they say, please note to prevent Zoom bombing, meeting details have been sent via email. So you may need to email somebody to let them know that, hey, I'm interested and I'm not some crazy lunatic that's going to jump on there and disrupt the whole thing. So please, please reach out to Jesse Cowart. They've got the email there. And then emails were sent to your county, whatever your county name is, at lptexas.org. So your county affiliate should have the email. So you have all the time in the world to make plans and to be there. All right. So again, convention leader training, option 3. In the past, there was option 2 and option 1. And I think all they did was just simply give you multiple options in order to allow you to attend at your convenience. All right. So let's see. What else do we have here? We are going to jump on over to Michigan, and we've got the Libertarian Party of Michigan candidate support. And so that one, pulling that up right here, February 22nd, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And this is, I swear we're going to get into some real stuff here, but this is also a Zoom call. Our discussion topic for February is canvassing and resources available to effectively focus our efforts. Join us on Zoom Thursday, February 22nd at 7 p.m. to learn more, and feel free to send any campaign questions to, and they have an email address there. Libertarian Party of Michigan is inviting you to a scheduled Zoom meeting. So again, if you want to learn more about canvassing, going out, knocking doors for the movement, then I encourage you to attend. They have the information here. This is specific to Michigan, and it's coming up February 22nd. That is this Thursday, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. All right, moving on down the line and jumping away from Zoom calls to our very first in-person event. This one was a hotly debated one, so you may already know where I'm going with it, but this is the 2024 Libertarian Party of California Annual Convention. So this will be February 23rd at 6 p.m. And let's see, it goes through February 25th. So what do we got here? This is going to be at the Hilton Costa Mesa in Costa Mesa, California. Contact information right there, Adrian F. I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong. Malagon. I'm going to go with that. So we'll assume that I've got that correct. If not, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So join us for the 2024 Libertarian Party of California Annual Convention with special guest Robert F. Kennedy, Dr. Cornel West, and Dr. Jill Stein. Now, that's what created the outrage in the last few weeks, but it is still happening. If you are in California and you have not got your ticket, I encourage you to get one. And whatever your flavor is in terms of the special events, attend them, check them out. All right, we got a little pop up there, no worries. All right, so let's see. Do they have any information, event website? Let's check out the event website and see what it says. All right, so 2024 Libertarian Party of California Convention, special guest RFK Jr., Dr. Cornel West, Dr. Jill Stein, and let's see what we've got here. View the business meeting agenda, clicking link after link here. We will get somewhere eventually. So let's see what we've got here. I'm skipping through. So we've got some candidates that will be there, some Libertarian Party candidates. So you're going to have, it looks like Michael Rechtenwald, Charles Ballet, Jacob Hornberger, Lars Mapstead, and Mike Tremont. It appears, at least from what I'm reading here, that they will all be physically present. Then they will do some business stuff. They will have some presentations in the evening. And then, did I skip one? That's Saturday. Okay. I guess it's only Saturday and Sunday. My bad, folks. I'm used to Florida, who starts on Friday. So this is on Saturday. They're going to be doing some business, and they'll also have some LP candidates speaking, and then some awards in the evening. And then on Sunday night, they're going to have their elections for officers and other things along that line, some bit more business. And then they're going to have, let's see, their elections for their LNC region for representative and region for alternate. They will have a presidential straw poll, endorsement of candidates, resolutions, and other matters. And then, oh, where did it go? Okay, so this must be must be the business events, but then they're also going to have full schedule events. There we go. All right, clicking on the wrong things here. Let's see if we can't skim on down the line here. We don't want to go through every single thing, but I did want to point out a couple of things. So they're going to have a luncheon with RFK. They're going to have Dan McKnight as a keynote speaker at 1 p.m. This is again on Saturday, by the way. Weapons security screening before the event. So that will make plenty of people upset, but that's just the way things go. Then on Saturday evening, I apologize, they will have the candidate panel. That's going to include RFK Jr., Jill Stein, Michael Rechtenwald, and Mike Termott. So that's who will be in that. They will have a gala after that, and then an auction following that. Then Sunday, they'll have a speaker breakfast with Michael Bolden speaking. And let's see here, skipping through the business stuff. Dr. David Friedman will be their lunch speaker. Ms. Christina Tobin will be a keynote speaker at 1 o'clock, as will Ms. Angela McCardle, our LNC chair. And then let's see, that evening, let's see here, skipping on past the business. That evening, Sunday evening, they will have another presidential candidate panel. That's at 5:30 p.m. That will include Dr. Cornel West, Jacob Hornberger, Charles Ballet, Lars Mapstead. So it looks like 3 libertarians and 1 independent versus 2 and 2 in the one the day before. So that's what they've got going on. Hope that people will attend if they can, support your party. I know there's been some drama. We're not discussing that at this particular point. I'm simply reporting to you what is happening. All right. So what else do we've got? We can go on over to Michigan. So we're going to jump back to Michigan here. And we have this unaffiliated regions delegate selection. Our unaffiliated regions will be selecting their delegates to the March convention. Any interested members residing in an unaffiliated county should email, and they have the email there for a Zoom link and the exact time of their meeting. Now, I'm not entirely familiar with what this particularly is, because we don't have here in Florida an unaffiliated regions delegate. I don't know what that means. I assume that for the counties that are not affiliated, that they still get some sort of regional representation. And so that's an opportunity for libertarians to come and get some representation in their state party. But I could be wrong about that. All right. Jumping on over to Arkansas, we have the Libertarian Party of Arkansas State Convention. There's actually quite a few conventions coming up in the next 2 weeks. So this one is February 24th, 7 p.m. through the 25th at 3:30 p.m. This can be at the Comfort Inn Presidential in Little Rock, Arkansas. 2024 Convention of the Libertarian Party of Arkansas will be held on the weekend of February 23rd to 25th. This year's business agenda includes nomination of candidates for the general election, selection of delegates to the national convention, designation of presidential electors for 2024, special election for at-large representatives, consideration of the LPAR platform for 2024. Let's see, they will have some breakout sessions for candidate training, campaign team building, and more. Let's see, and they're going to have some guest speakers. Let's see if we can't find who those guest speakers are. So let's see here, skimming on down. All right, let's see, that is a link to the hotel. And let's see, let's go to the register here and let's see if it's listed. All right, so that's my name, but I'm not doing that. Let's see here. I'm not seeing where Let's see if I click on that. Nope. So I'm not seeing, I can't report to you who is going to be speaking there because it appears that they did not list it. A draft of the convention rules. Nope, we don't want to look for that. That's not for this show. Let's see. So I apologize to those in Arkansas, but I am unable to tell you who it is that is speaking up at your event. Is that the right one? Yeah. All right. So apologize for that. That's the way things go. Let's see. Then we move on over to Nevada. Nevada is having a range day. So that ought to be fun. You know, libertarians love their guns. So, LP Washoe Range Day. And this is going to be, let's see, welcome to the LP Washoe Range Day. Self defense is a foundational human right. We cannot rely on the state to protect us. So, it's important to train. Join us for a friendly and low key community training session. Beginners are welcome. We will be meeting at Nevada Firearms Academy. If you would like to reserve a lane in advance, you are encouraged to do so by calling, and they have the number there. Lanes are $20 a person, up to 3 people per lane. Ear and eye protection, targets, and rental firearms are available at the venue. More details at the link here to Nevada Firearms Academy and Range. This is again February 24th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Nevada Firearms Academy and Range in Reno, Nevada. So I encourage you to attend if you're able. If you've never shot a firearm or if you're not very experienced, I encourage you to go. I have been to range days with libertarian parties and just libertarian people and liberty people in general. And one of the things that I found that's really exciting about these kind of things is there's always somebody there that's very, very knowledgeable in proper firearm use and this is the critical part, safety. And they take safety very, very serious. So you hear all this crazy stuff out in the news about gun owners and how irresponsible. I've not met them. I'm sure they exist, but I think that the majority of gun owners and enthusiasts are very, very serious about safety and proper use. So I encourage you to go. You will learn a lot. And let's be honest, it's a lot of fun. Shooting stuff is a lot. Shooting targets, I want to be careful what we say here. Shooting targets is a lot of fun. All right. Moving right along here, the Libertarian Party of Missouri State Convention. That's coming up here. Missouri, February 24th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So it looks like it's a one-day event. We're thrilled to announce the highly anticipated 2024 Missouri Libertarian Convention set to take place on February 24th, Holiday Inn, Earth City in St. Louis. Cornerstone event for libertarians across the state, providing the dynamic platform for the exchange of ideas, spirited discussions. Boy, do they mean it when they say spirited discussions in this party, and the collective shaping of our shared vision for a free and prosperous society. The Holiday Inn Earth City serves as an ideal setting, offering a welcome atmosphere conducive to networking and collaboration. Look, go out to these events and network, 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 network. Why? Because meeting people is good for you. It's going to introduce you to a wider array of people that are going to contribute to your well-being and your knowledge. You will meet people that'll have different perspectives, different knowledge than you, and you can gain from that and them from you as well. So I highly encourage you. And even if you're the kind of person that's like, deal, I get out into these places and I just try to meet one person. There's just the goal of one person that you didn't know. That's it. You meet one person, then go home. And next time I'm doing a broadcast, you can jump on here and be like, DL, I met my one person and it was scary as hell, but I did it. And I thank you. Right. Like, pretty sure that's how it's going to play out. But seriously, go meet people. It's good. I love being online. Everybody likes being online. We like to argue and debate and all this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, nothing, nothing can compensate for real life interaction with real people. So I encourage you to get out. All right, let's see what they've got here. Full schedule of convention activities coming soon. And let's see. I don't see it, but we might be able to pull up some information here. So let's see here. State convention. Okay, so register now. So they're looking like they don't have any details if they have any speakers. So maybe they have speakers, maybe they don't. I don't see it readily available. Otherwise, I would provide that information. We'll click one more link here before we move on. And it appears that there is no information. So I don't know if they have any speakers, but I encourage you to attend anyway. I'm sure that they will have somebody speaking. These kind of events generally do. All right. So then we're going to jump on over to Texas and we're going to see what they've got there. The Collin County Litter Cleanup. All right, Saturday, February 24th at 9:30 a.m. They are going to have a litter cleanup, and this will be at Keep Allen Beautiful road sign in Allen, Texas. So join us for our quarterly litter cleanup. Feel free to let us know that you're coming by using the event website to sign up. All materials will be provided. All you need to do is bring yourself, family, and friends. You know, it seems kind of trivial, but let me tell you something, folks. Cleaning up your roadways is a major value add. Here's why. Number one, we as libertarians are constantly telling people you don't need government for all these things. Well, guess what that means? It means somebody other than government will have to do it. So we need to lead the way and show them this is how the park would get cleaned up. Volunteers. Now, maybe today it's just the volunteers from the Libertarian Party. And in our Libertarian Utopia, it's an actual organization that maybe people contribute to, like a nonprofit, and they go out and they make sure that all the parks are cleaned up. However, it works out, we need to demonstrate, first and foremost, what we believe will be the world that we want to see. So we need to demonstrate what it looks like. And the other thing, the second reason is you never know what can happen. Here in Jacksonville, we were doing park cleanups for a long time just because we thought it was a good idea. We didn't have any other ideas at the time. So we did park cleanups and we ended up because the city was having some drama with some recycling and it kind of ended up with a lot of trash in one of the parks that we had cleaned up. So we cleaned it up on a Saturday and then Sunday the news was reporting with all this trash there. And our vice chair ended up getting on the news and then just, the little ticker bar there said, it said Marcus Reeder, vice chair, Libertarian Party. And he just expressed how disappointed he was that the city couldn't get their act together. And we had just been out there the day prior cleaning up the park. And we even had pictures showing how clean it looked. So I'm telling you, folks, these kind of things, they may seem trivial, but they are a super duper value add, and you just don't even realize it. All right. So let's see what else we've got here. We're about halfway through the list. We've got another state convention. This one's over in Kentucky. And this is their 2024 annual state convention. This is going to be at the University of Louisville Shelby campus in Louisville, Kentucky. Let's see what we got here. Come join libertarians in Louisville as we do the work to make liberty work. The annual convention is the place where leaders from around the state work to refine the party bylaws and platform and elect core parts of our leadership team. It's also a place to get training and network with other libertarians. Don't delay, get your tickets now. Prices will continue to go up on the convention as we draw closer to the event date. So let's see. Agenda right here. So they're going to have their business. And we're not going to go through all the business. You understand probably what business means. That's like who we're going to elect and, changes to our bylaws and stuff like that. And then let's see. They will have, just skimming down the line here. Okay, it doesn't look like they have any speakers. Maybe they do. It's not really clear to me. So I apologize, folks, but just giving you the information that I have available here. And let's see, I'm trying to make sure one more time that I don't miss anything. But okay. So it looks like it's primarily business. I don't know if there's any additional events. There may be. So if you're in Kentucky, I encourage you to check this out. All right. Moving on down the line, man, there's a lot of events here today. So what do we've got for events? We have a total of 23 special events for the next 2 weeks. So like I said, the Libertarian Party is active. We are busy. And these are just the ones that are on the calendar. I'm sure there are some that are not on the calendar. All right. We have another annual convention, this one over in Mississippi. All right. And this is February 24th, a hot date. February 24th and 25th. This is going to be in Flowood, Mississippi at the Hampton Inn. And oh, there is no details, but that's okay. It happens. If you're in Mississippi and you're available to make it, February 24th, that's this upcoming weekend, then I encourage you to go. It starts at 6 p.m. on February 24th, which is Saturday. And then it goes through 5 p.m. on Sunday. So I encourage you to attend 6 p.m. Is that right? 6 p.m. They start on Friday? Maybe. I don't know. It seems a bit odd, start at 6 p.m., but states do what they do. All right, let's see. Moving right along here. First annual Libertarian Party of Palm Beach County fishing trip. How exciting is this? All right. So we have a fishing trip here in Florida, Palm Beach County. This is February 24th. So again, this Saturday, join the Libertarian Party of Palm Beach County aboard the Sea Mist 3 for 4 hours of private fishing for up to 35 people departing from Boynton Beach Inlet. So early bird tickets are $100 per person through December 31st, 125 after January 1st. We will be providing a basic selection of water, soda, beer, and snacks, but feel free, please feel free to bring anything additional. RSVP and book your ticket by clicking on the link. And let's see, make sure you choose one-time donation. Yeah, make sure you choose one-time donation. Otherwise, they're going to get some additional donations the next month, which, I'm sure they'll be glad to get, but you might not be glad. Put the price of the tickets in the custom donation amount and leave a note that this is for the fishing trip charter. Non-refundable tickets, but they are transferable if the charter is canceled due to weather. Let's see. It includes fishing equipment, rod, reel, bait, tackle, license, and tax. So they got you covered in all of this. So if you are into fishing out in the ocean, then I encourage you to, and you're in the Palm Beach County area. I mean, like, I might have to look and see how far away that is. Maybe I want to go. I probably won't get to go because it's like literally this Saturday, but it's nice to think that I might want to go. I wish I had known about this earlier. Maybe I could have went. I think the Libertarian Party of Florida hosted one earlier this year. I was unable to make that one as well. That one was where was that? That was oh, I'm drawing a blank at the very bottom. Very bottom. Drawing a blank on it at the moment, but this may be a recurring thing here in the state of Florida. So maybe I'll get my chance to go the next time around. All right, we're going to jump on over to Minnesota, see what they've got going on over there. So the Libertarian Party of Minnesota is having their CD8 Lift Bridge Libertarians affiliate meeting and straw poll. Another election year. Come join us for our local LPMN affiliates straw poll night. We'll be meeting at Pizza Luce. Luce. I'm gonna go with Luce for a casual meeting and to participate in a straw poll regarding the potential LP presidential candidates. We will also have information about the upcoming LPMN state convention coming to Duluth this April as well, which will include a discussion panel featuring most of the current candidates for the Libertarian Party endorsement. Please join us for some food, drinks, and good conversations with some liberty-minded folks. The Duluth straw poll will be non-binding as this meeting will not be taking place on a caucus night. All right. So February 26th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., Pizza Luce in Duluth, Minnesota. So reach out to them and attend this event. I encourage you to go out and participate in the straw poll. I can talk and give them an idea of who the favorite candidates are. All right. So jumping on down. So staying in Minnesota, and they were just talking about their caucus events. So they have their caucus nights coming up. So I'm going to report all of these kind of at the same time because they're on the same night in different areas. So we look down here and we can see this is the virtual meet and greet. That's tomorrow, the executive committee meeting. Here's the straw poll. But then we get on February 27th, CD2 has a meetup caucus night. CD5, also a meetup caucus night. CD4, Beltrami affiliate caucus night. Then CD7, caucus night. I assume if you're in Minnesota, you're familiar with all these CDs and where they are. So I'm not going to go through the effort of pointing out specifically where they're. And then CD3, it appears that it's still listing as to be determined as to when. But it looks like Fergus Falls, Bridget's Pub, Wild Boar and Grill, Spring Tavern, Spring Street Tavern, and then Fireside Restaurant. So if you are in Minnesota, I encourage you to participate in their caucus events. Let's see what they say on this here. While the major parties caucus in classrooms, we caucus in bars, as our revolution plotting forebears did 250 years ago. You do not want to miss this meetup because we will elect officers to lead our affiliate for the next year. Time to get pumped for the state and federal conventions and drink beer or whatever floats your boat. If you're not out, I mean, if you're an out, if you do not drink, then I encourage you still to go and just have water or soda or whatever makes whatever is you're content with. Get there by 6:30 to socialize and order off the menu, and we'll start the business portion around 7 p.m. I'm not going to read all of them because they're all going to basically read effectively the same. But if you are in one of those areas, I encourage you to attend one of the CD slash affiliate meetup and caucus nights on February 27th. Now, what happens if you're not in Minnesota? Maybe you're in, say, Michigan. Well, if you're in Michigan, then maybe you go to the new member Zoom meetup. We're back to Zoom meetings again, folks. This event is running from January 24th through April 24th, 2024. The next one is occurring February 28th. So that's coming up here next Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. And let's see what they've got here listed. Monthly new member call email, and they've got the email link there for you to get the Zoom call link. All right, so I encourage you to attend. If nothing, even if you're a seasoned member, like let's say you're not a new member, go anyway. Support your party doing things, and then you'll get an idea of what they're talking about and what they're telling new members. And then when you have a new member, you'll know you can say, "Hey, look, I encourage you to attend this new member Zoom meetup because they answer a lot of the questions that you've been asking, right? Because I assume new members have questions." So this is a great place, great event to go if you're a new member or if you're a seasoned member, so that you know how to direct new members that are coming into your party. All right, folks, we are getting close to the end here. We've only got a few more. So back over to New Jersey, and this one is on the 28th. So let's bring this up. And this is the map that I had struggled with a little bit earlier, but now I know how to use it right because I got my struggles out of the way. So we go over here on the 28th, and we've got the Meet Michael Rechtenwald. Now you might remember from earlier in the show, there was Meet Mike Tremont. That is tomorrow, February 19th. And then not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, the 28th, they're going to have a Zoom call with Michael Rechtenwald. So if you've not had an opportunity and you're in New Jersey to talk to either one of these candidates, I encourage you to go. The details are right there. Attend the meeting, ask them some tough questions. Don't be rude, but ask them tough questions, because if they can't handle a tough question, a tough, honest question, then, that might have to be something that the delegates consider. At any rate, support your party when they're doing these kind of things. It does take a lot of effort to try to plan these kind of events. You've got to reach out and communicate schedules back and forth, get it on there. It's a lot of administrative work. So I can appreciate it. All right, we're going to jump on over to Indiana here. And in Indiana, they're going to have a state convention. They're going to have, right? Because, we use standard grammar around here. March 1st, 6 p.m. through the 3rd at 11:30 a.m. at the Forum Event Center in Fishers, Indiana. 50 years of liberty. How exciting. The 2024 Libertarian Party of Indiana State Convention will be held March 1st through the 3rd in Fishers, Indiana at the Forum Event Center. The Libertarian Party of Indiana will be celebrating its 50th anniversary and 30 years of hard-won ballot access. Now, if that's not exciting, I don't know what is. The focus of this year's convention will be candidate nominations and leadership training. Let's see. Download the convention program. Let's see what they've got here. Candidate night on Friday. Look at that. They got it nice and sexy here. Join us at the Northside Events and Social Club, KOC, and hear from 4 of the presidential candidates seeking the LP nomination, and 2 Libertarian Party of Indiana statewide candidates. Snacks are provided. See, look, you're not even going to go hungry. Who are the candidates? Chase Oliver, Lars Mapstead, Mike Dermott, Jacob Hornberger. And then their statewide candidates are Donald Rainwater and Tanya Hudson. So I encourage you to go out. Again, this is Friday, March 1st, 6 p.m. This is their candidate night. And then on Saturday, let's see, training sessions. They're going to have various classes: overcoming interview fears, your AI campaign assistant, what to expect as a delegate, loving people to liberty. We could use a lot more of that. We might have to somebody record that and just like send it to all of our affiliates. And anyway, Avins O'Brien, I'm going to say her name wrong. Avins O'Brien is a second generation LP activist, well known liberty photographer and entrepreneur living in Los Angeles. She and her partner, Jed Weiss, co founded Shroom, a company formed to decentralize access to psychedelic mushrooms. Their products are found in 700 plus stores nationwide. Avin talks about how her love of people helps her sell her beliefs as a liberty activist, as well as her products, and why she thinks this and conscious entrepreneurism is the key to a freer world. I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to be really blunt. Avins is a very kind and wonderful individual. So if you have an opportunity to go hear from her, I encourage you to do it. I would go myself for sure if I was anywhere close, right? And this is not some weird obsession. This is just me saying, like, look, I consider her a friend, and she is a wonderful person. And I think this is going to be a great talk. I love the title of it, loving people to liberty. We could use more of that. All right. And I can't think of a more perfect person than Avins to talk about it. All right, affiliate development. And then we're going to go into the business meeting. They'll have the awards dinner pied. What is that? It's time for auction winners to pie one of the following LP Indiana officers. So you will have an opportunity, if you're there, to participate in pieing, throwing a pie in the face, I presume, to Evan McMahon, Kristen Alexander, Clayton Soltz, Michael Schultes. Schultes. We'll go Schultes. All right, then they're going to have karaoke and socializer. That's from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Then they're going to have their 1994 Society breakfast at 9 a.m. on Sunday. It's an annual 1994 breakfast at the Capri Italian restaurant. So it looks like Indiana's got a nice full schedule coming up. So I encourage you to attend March 1st, 6 p.m. through March 3rd, 11:30 a.m. Forum Event Center in Fishers, Indiana. All right, let's see what we got here. Another state convention. I'm telling you, folks, this is like conventions galore these next couple of weeks. So this one's over in Oklahoma, and this is also March 1st through the 3rd at the Best Western plus Saddleback Inn in Oklahoma City. State convention begins in 11 days, 23 hours, 11 minutes, 20, 28, 27. I'm not even gonna be able to keep up with it, but time is coming. Time is going. It's going quick. All right. Keynote speaker, Spike Cohen. I mean, we all like Spike, right? Let's see. Guest speaker, Dr. Mary Ruert. I have never heard Mary Ruert speak, but I've heard plenty of good things about her. So I encourage you to attend. We know who Spike is. Many of you probably already know who Dr. Mary Ruert is. I encourage you to go and listen to either one of them or both if you can. They have their packages here. I'm not going to go through that and their registration. So it looks like those are your two speakers. Oh, looks like they're also going to have axe throwing with Spike Cohen. That's their Friday night social event. So I encourage you to go throw some axes with Spike and then listen to him and Dr. Ruert speak, and then attend the business of Oklahoma. And again, that is March 1st through the 3rd in Oklahoma City at the Best Western plus Saddleback Inn. All right, let's see. 4 more items here. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3 more state conventions. Like, this is wild. Like, all these state conventions here. All right. Libertarian Party of Pennsylvania. They're having their state convention again, March 1st through the 3rd. Best Western Premier, the Central Hotel and Conference Center. That's a long name. Who names these places? This is in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Let's see what we got here. Libertarian Party of Pennsylvania will host its 2024 state convention in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And let's see here. What kind of events do they got here? Let's see. Tickets. All right. Let's click on the tickets here. Not that. All right. Let's see what we get. We click on the tickets. All right. Liberty forever. All right. Celebrating 250 years of revolution in Pennsylvania, First Continental Congress, 1774 through 2024. Let's see. The deadline to purchase convention packages is this coming February. So you haven't done it. You don't have much time. Let's see. They're going to have Charles Ballet, Joseph Collins. I heard of that one. Jacob Hornberger, Mike Termott, Chase Oliver, Art Olivier. I'm not familiar with him either. Dr. Michael Rechtenwald and Joshua Smith. So those are the 8 candidates for Libertarian Party nominees nomination. They're going to be there. Then for speakers, they will have Dave Benner, good guy, like him for sure. Larry Sharp, also another good guy who I like. I know Dave Benner a little bit more. Dale Woodridge, I'm not familiar with who he is. And then let's see, Ken Krawchuk, not familiar with Ken. I am familiar with Karen Ann Harlos. She gave a wonderful speech here in Florida. Hopefully she gives that same speech to you. And no, I'm not going to tell you about it because if she does, I do not want to steal any of her thunder. At any rate, so that is the events that you got going on. You've got gold, silver, and business only packages. So again, here are the speakers up on the screen there that you can, Dave Benner, Larry Sharp, Dale Woolridge, Ken Krawchuk, and Karen Ann Harlos. And then we have 8 nominees for the Libertarian Party presidential nomination: Charles Ballet, Joseph Collins, Jacob Hornberger, Mike Termott, Chase Oliver, Art Olivier, and then Dr. Michael Rechtenwald, and last but not least, Joshua Smith. All right. Since we've got 2 more, let's jump into Nevada State Convention and see what they've got going on. So their state convention, moving a couple screens around here, folks, give me just a second, is going to be at the Sierra Gold Banquet Room in Las Vegas, Nevada, Saturday, March 2nd at 9, starting at 9 a.m. And let's see what they've got here. Skimming on down here. Let's see, name. I'm not seeing any particular information, beyond the normal standard business stuff. This is your opportunity to impact the greatest political party in U.S. history. I agree. You join your fellow libertarians as we nominate candidates for public office, elect our delegates to the upcoming National Party Convention, and consider bylaw amendment proposals. Let's see here. Convention agenda, proposals, special rules, featured speakers, menu, and other details will become available on this events page as they are finalized. So I'm going to assume they are not yet finalized because I do not see them here, but there is still time. It's not until March 2nd. So keep an eye out for that if you're in Nevada. All right. Jumping on over to Nebraska, they are also having their annual convention, and that's going to be again March 2nd through 3rd, Saturday and Sunday, at the Bellevue Volunteer Firefighter Hall in Bellevue, Nebraska. Let's see, vote on Libertarian Party of Nebraska changes, elect national delegates, and upcoming SCC officials. Connect with fellow Nebraska libertarians, enjoy speakers booths, enjoy evening hangouts, silent auction, and more. So who they got for speakers? They have Angela McCardle, our national chair. She will be speaking as a keynote speaker. They're going to have on Saturday night at 8 p.m., they're going to have comedy by Robbie Bernstein. Bernstein? I know people are going to make fun of me because I really should know how to say his last name. Anyway, and then training on Sunday at 10 a.m. from Jacob Bradley. So I encourage you. I'm a little thrown off now because I'm like, should have known to say this man's last name. And anyway, moving right along with that. So this is again is going to be at the Bellevue Fire Hall in Bellevue, Nebraska. Let's see, they have some of the details of what you can expect. So you can go to the website and get the details of, the timeline and whatnot. But again, I encourage you to attend the Libertarian Party of Nebraska, their event, their state, not their event, but their state convention for 2024, March 2nd to March 3rd. And then oh, no, that's the last one. That is the last state convention and the last event for the evening here. What do we got? We've got Montgomery. Oh, I got to put it up on the screen. How about that? Going back over to Texas, Montgomery County Adopt a Highway Volunteer Cleanup. This is kind of like the other one that was a cleanup. Saturday, March 2nd. This will be, they're going to meet at Walgreens in Conroe, Texas. There's an address there with the link to the Google map. Event description: join us for our quarterly cleanup of a 2-mile stretch of highway Libertarian Party of Montgomery County has adopted in Conroe. This stretch is, and then they list the specifics of where it is. After the work is done, we'll meet up at Pacific Yard House for lunch and or drinks. If you haven't already, participants will need to watch this quick 7-minute safety video and review these adopt a highway safety tips prior to the event. So make sure you do that, folks. We want everybody to be able to come back. Don't get yourself hurt, and don't be too smug. You can watch a 7-minute video. You'll be fine. It'll take you away from social media, and you're probably just going to argue with somebody pointlessly anyway. So you will actually gain 7 minutes of your time by watching this video. Anyway, encourage you to go. This is again Conroe, Texas on March 2nd. So you got plenty of time to plan for it, get a babysitter or what have you, and go out and help clean up and show the world what a libertarian paradise would look like. All right. Whew, that was a lot of stuff, folks, but we made it through. And I appreciate you for watching in its entirety. I will have links to everything. I will have links to everything here come in the show notes so that you can a little yeah. Anyway, I'll have the links in the show notes here. So if you specifically want to go find a particular event, you can easily go find it. Otherwise, I want to thank you for watching. And I don't have my little script to read, so I'm just going to kind of wing it. But join me Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. for a discussion on politics and culture. And then again, every Sunday night, where Susan Hogarth and I do exactly what I did tonight. We just simply walk through and tell you what's going on in the Libertarian Party across the United States. Go to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, or if you prefer, you can go over to my Rumble channel. Where is that up on the screen? Let's get that. How about that? You can go to youtube.libertydad.com. You can go to rumble.libertydad.com. While you're there, throw me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Except for all you folks out there, all you bots that jump in my comments to say, hey, I came across your channel and I would like to offer you my services. No, not you. Everybody else, comment away. At any rate, I want you to remember, if you are a champion of liberty, your business is people and your product is liberty. I want you to have a great week. Enjoy this upcoming week. But for now, I'm out.